journalist, Cal Thomas. And now, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher.
Thank you, folks. You're very kind. Hey! Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me report the news to you. That's what you're here for. It looks like things are becoming a little clearer with finding the terrorists who did the horrible bombings there in Africa the other day at the embassies. Two groups have taken responsibility. One is called, get this, the Islamic Army for the Liberation of Muslim Holy Sites. The other group is called the Army for the Liberation of Islamic Shrines. I'm not kidding. It's a little hard to tell them apart. The second one appeals to a slightly younger crowd. They call themselves the Middle East terrorist group that zigs. I don't know. And you know, not everybody's in lockstep on this. It seems like we would all condemn this, but for some people it's a little tricky because it looks like the people who did the dastardly deed are Islamic terrorists, but most of those killed were Africans. So today, to cover his bases, Louis Farrakhan denounced himself. And now in the Washington soap opera, President Clinton had one victory and one loss today, as usual. The victory was his lawyer has permission to view Clinton's videotaped deposition in the Paula Jones case. This is important. I want to remember what he said. And if you watch Clinton's videotape deposition and you play at the same time Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, it looks like Clinton is telling the truth. It's really terrific. Yeah. Now, on the bad side, Ken Starr's grand jury continues, and today he had on the stand Harry Thomason. Now, Harry Thomason is one of Clinton's close friends, also a TV producer. He's the man who produced Clinton's inaugurations and also the show Designing Women. And it's true. No, that's true. And Coach Clinton. And right now, Harry's working on a new animated short explaining the sex scandal to kids. It's called Fun with Dick and Stain. And finally, how many are into the ballooning? Because I don't understand this, but every, 3 months, there's some millionaire who tries to go around the world, never been done, in a balloon. Well, Steve Fawcett is the latest guy to try this, another millionaire with a balloon. I guess you have to have a lot of money to buy one of these things. And it's going to be he's about halfway now, and they say he might be the first one to make it. It would be a special record because he has also twisted his balloon into the shape of a dog. So, anyway, thanks for coming. It's all been satirized. Let us meet our panel. She is a law student from Trinidad and Tobago and counts among her recent achievements being the current Miss Universe, Wendy Fitzwilliam. Wendy. Hello, young lady. Nice to meet you again. How are you? He is a controversial author and nationally syndicated columnist, Cal Thomas. Cal, well, how are you? Nice to see you. Boy, I feel short. He'll be at the Westbury Music Fair August 22nd in Billy Crystal's new movie, Analyze This, the king of the belly laughs, Pat Cooper. Pat, how are you? Good to see you again. And finally, an actress and model. She plays Fancy Monroe on the Jamie Foxx show, Garcelle Bouvet.
Hello.
Hello, gorgeous.
How are you?
How are you doing? Good to see you again. Okay. Well, as this soap opera continues to unwind in Washington, other people seem to make comments about it. Now, Patricia Ireland, the head of the National Organization for Women, I'm sure you're familiar, said yesterday that Clinton, she kind of put him on warning he should not try what they call the nuts and sluts defense, which basically is what she's accusing the president, and as many have, of doing in the past, which is any woman who comes forward is either labeled a nut or a slut. My question is, what if the person is a nut or a slut?
Well, I think they'd have to be to fool around with Bill Clinton, wouldn't you? I said they'd have to be to fool around with the president. I mean, given the record of what happens to these women. I mean, here you have Harry Thomason coming to town to coach the president on how to tell the truth, including body language. If there's anything Clinton doesn't need help with, it's body language.
Good point. Very good point.
This whole country is concerned about this man getting a side order. What is the difference? Leave the man alone. Let him and go to hell and take care of it. I mean, here's our society today. We understand that men marry men, women marry women. The society is all going the way they want to go. Here's a president. He had a side order. Everybody's going, oh, my God, oh, my God. Everybody had a side order out there. A lot of them don't talk about it.
Yeah, but
I had a side order many years ago. It's nobody's business.
It is now.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's terrible.
He's a role model. He's the president of the United States. It's not just about sex. It's did he perjure himself?
What happened to Kennedy? This has been going on for years. Washington, everybody had a side order. Trust me.
But
Trust me.
what is so fascinating about this entire thing, I mean, I'm an outsider, a Trinidadian looking in, and I can tell you the outside world's perspective is that, is this that important? In that is the fact that the President of the United States of America, the fact that he might have had an affair so important to place so much emphasis on something like that now when there's so much else happening in the world and even here in America that Americans should be focusing on.
Touché.
And even if you're looking at the moral issue, I think sensationalizing it and glamorizing it and having Monica every day on national television with her beautiful bouncing hair in and out of court. No, seriously, isn't what you want to American youth to be bombarded with on a daily basis?
But if someone might... Well, I'm glad we all got that off our chest. If I may see if anyone wants to answer the question, however, which is, if your presidency is on trial, do you not have the right to point out if a woman is nutty or slutty?
She's nutty. I don't think she's slutty. She's nutty. She's human. She saw the president. She said, let's get it on. He got it on. That's it. Now, what hurts me is to save, now she saves the sperm. That's a slut.
Well,
that's a slut.
I think it's one thing if you're going to go, if you're an intern, you're going to go work at the White House, and you're going to take knee pads. Then you're considered a slut.
She said that. You are correct.
A slut. But I think it's a little nutty if you have sex with someone and you don't get the dress dry cleaned the next day. I mean, what are you holding on to that for?
Isn't, well...
you know? What are you doing that for?
Yes.
Yeah, the
courts are always talking about what a reasonable person would do. Would a reasonable person save a stained dress, send it to their mom?
No.
I mean, does the president not have the right to bring these things up?
That's taking bonding a little too far, don't you think?
Taking what?
Bonding a little too far. You know, in my day, Bill, growing up, if you got a stain on a dress, you take it to the cleaners. Now it goes to the FBI crime lab.
There you go.
Boom, boom.
It depends on who stained it, though.
I'll leave the comedy to you, I think.
All right. We'll take a commercial. We'll be right back.
Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, brought to you by Visa.
Today's small business client expects round-the-clock service, the keenest of business acumen, and an up-to-the-nanosecond grasp of technology. But these pale in comparison to the most fundamental client need of all. A really big steak, and lobster, and mashed potatoes. That's why you need the Visa business card, because Maddie's Tavern, like millions of other places, doesn't take any card from American Express.
You didn't have to buy me lunch.
Visa business card. It's everywhere you want to be.
Kind of my own boss, you know. I have a pretty set pattern that I like to travel every time, you know. Cut there across the lake. zigzag between the flags and stuff. It's brutal out there. Well, they don't pay us very well, but, you know, I made enough to get my Saturn. Oh, you know, gets hit quite a bit. I got those dent-resistant panels, so mine's looking brand new still.
Most head lice treatments will kill lice and eggs, but only Nix with permethrin continues to protect your child against reinfestation for 14 days. Nix kills lice and keeps them from coming back. Nix 'em.
Wednesday, a wake-up call for every parent. Kids and teens video diaries about sex.
I lost my virginity when I was 14 years old.
My sex life actually began at age 15.
What your kids don't tell you, we found out.
Prime time, Wednesday.
It defies every stereotype. Utility without the loss of luxury. Legendary Quattro all-wheel drive. The daring new Audi A6 Avant. Soccer practice will never be the same.
For the world's top secret agents, evil must be avenged. Ray Fiennes, Uma Thurman, and Sean Connery. The Avengers, rated PG-13, starts Friday, August 14th.
The beauty of casual Fridays is you don't have to wear a suit. But in most offices, they still like you to wear a shirt.
The Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
If you're planning to be in the Los Angeles area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 213-852-2655.
All right, Garcelle, you mentioned role models, and I have read more than one column in the last 2 weeks about the deaths of, Bob Smith, Buffalo Bob Smith died, and Roy Rogers died, and Sherry Lewis died.
Yes.
They all
Robert
died.
Young.
And Robert Young.
Yeah. And even Alan Shepard. I mean, here was one of the original 7 astronauts. These were people who carried as a sacred trust something good and wholesome and moral. Television was a welcome guest in our home. When I was growing up, your parents could sit down with you and watch it. Now they have to take the mute button to the news. There's so much garbage on. Yeah. But these were men and women who really represented something good and uplifting and wholesome, and you wanted to be like them. Well, maybe not like Howdy Doody, but...
Right, but I mean, what I've read from people is sort of saying that we don't have any of that anymore and we'll never see their like again.
It's over.
What?
It's over. Kemosabe is over. The Long Range is over. It's over. Face the facts. This is the thing
so
today.
So what do we do?
This is the thing today.
I never thought it was
it's
on.
It's got to start from the family, the mother and father.
I agree with
when
that.
That kid is born, shut up and keep your mouth shut. That ends it. That
you
ends
can't do that in the 90s.
I do it. You know what happens? They don't pay attention.
The amazing thing, though, Bill, is that the shows that are